Hi guys, my name is OP, a prop trader from Hashedge, and I'm here to give you the market analysis. As usual, every day we give you. We never sleep. We pay attention to the markets. We are making sure we are on top of our game, and we are going to get it, and we are going to get the money. As you see the channel Zero to Ferrari, and you see me through my journey until I buy a Ferrari. I'll document everything live with you guys, making money from the market, up and down, whatever the movement of the market. We are here to make money, and that's it. Let's get into the market quickly, and let's start to look at the technical analysis of Bitcoin USD perpetual right here on the Hashedge platform. And we can see based on movements recently, we have seen like we are now on support at 83,600, and we have bounced. Currently, I'm still bearish. It's still a bearish structure until we come above the 88,500 levels, and that will be a clear sign to me that we have changed direction of the market. But for now, we still stay nimble. We still stay cautious, and we are watching the market. It's still in a bearish structure, like I said, and but everything looks positive at the moment. People are shouting, they are already rejoicing, but we remain cautious. We are watching, and we are watchful of the market. Of course, we know because of Bitcoin movement, which has driven all cryptocurrencies across the board. Everything is green, everything is kind of hopeful, everything is positive. Everybody is like clapping and shaking their hands, and clapping and happy. But we remain careful, we remain cautious, and we are watching the market. Likewise, you can see the RSI is above the 50 middle range, and everything looks positive. Also, for Ethereum looks really terrible chart. Something I do not want to trade, except I want to short the market. But even looking at Ethereum, I'm still not positive, and I'm looking more on Bitcoin. And all of this is due to the different sentiments and the different analysis and news analysis. Of course, we are trading in the news market right now because everything is controlled by the news and Trump and tariffs and all the retaliations from China and everything that is going on. But what is quite interesting we are not really seeing it reflect on the charts is all the bullish news coming across everything. Institutions stacking bitcoins. A lot of whales are not even moving their bitcoin. In fact, they are accumulating more bitcoin, which is quite interesting. We can see even we have a recovery according to this chart on CryptoQuant. We are seeing even after the 23% drawdown, we have been seeing much more accumulation and much more positive sentiment across the market. We see with news, going back to fundamental analysis and what is happening in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general, because Bitcoin is the godfather. Trump signed the first Bitcoin into law. They have also repealed this last week. They have repealed the controversial crypto broker rule, and we have a lot of public backing of Bitcoin from state registrations in America, like New Hampshire and Florida passing Bitcoin reserve bills, New York introducing a bill to accept crypto for state payments, and SEC Corp Finance has just issued a new constructive guidance for crypto disclosures. This is all infrastructure supporting the Bitcoin ecosystem, and of course, all these things will happen. We go on chain and we look at it because we also have to do on-chain analysis to know what is going on chain, because that's impacts the price, and we see that 63% of Bitcoin has not even moved in over a year. Exchange BTC supply continues to fall, so that means most people, once they go on exchanges from their wallets and they deposit money into the exchanges, that also obviously gives us a signal that people are about to sell, or they are willing to sell their Bitcoin. But we see the opposite is not happening. People are still holding, and there's signs, like I said earlier, there's signs of accumulation, and it's not a trade. Let's not look at Bitcoin as a trade. It is more like a movement, like an infrastructure, and hope for the future, and where to park your money, because the DXY is not doing well. Global liquidity is climbing, which is signaling to us that the QE is on the rise. The Fed has already signaled yesterday that they are willing to let me just look for it on my charts. They are willing to spend and reduce the market. The Federal Reserve absolutely ready to help stabilize markets if needed. Fed put confirmed, send it. This is actually a signal that QE is right around the corner. We are moving, and we are going to there's going to be much more liquidity in the market. You can see Raoul Pal, like I indicated this chart yesterday, but I think it's still relevant because it's still based on what is going on, because this is a 12-week lead of the market, and it's just highlighting the global M2 supply and the supply from from the Fed is climbing, and which of course is a bullish sign that everything is we are kind of back on track, and well, we can't just wait for the sparks to fly, and all of us are going to be happy and smiling and getting our Ferraris. Now we look at different charts based on the fundamental analysis and what is going on. This crypto Twitter account is saying there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I agree with him. The market isn't reacting to the buy deadlines. China would not impose further tariffs against the US, and we are seeing that already because of the retaliation and the tariffs. It's clear to me that there will be some kind of or some sort of resolution, or if not, everybody's getting bored of it because everybody's just finger wagging and showing off their big dogs. Everybody's just showing who is big dog and who would yield first. And kind of markets I think is already been priced in. Some are already saying that the bottom is already in for Bitcoin, and let's see what is happening. That's why we keep on watching the markets every day to see what is going on, and we'll take advantage of any movement up or down, long or short, in the market. Going back, we just see that the 10-year note yield has just convinced Trump to delay tariffs by 90 days. The market has the Fed, I said earlier, that is ready to stabilize markets, and Trump is ready for a phone call with Xi Jinping. So they are already positioning themselves for a kind of detent in that sense. And we look at just news which is from the Bitcoin space, and it's quite interesting that Justin Sun has been thrown under the bus by Xi to get a plea deal from the DOJ. We don't know. This is, of course, coming from Wall Street Journal, so we would suggest or would assume that is quite credible analysis. President Trump is saying something positive will come out with China. And yes, we hit, and it's just this tweet is just quite interesting from the Chinese embassy in the US, and this is what they are trolling the US, and you can see the US is hitting countries with a bang, and don't get retaliated or to get rewarded with a pop candy in his hand, and he said open your mouth, and he's giving them, he's kind of screwing them. That's what they're trying to refer to. Just to see further tweets emphasizing and just talking about global liquidity and the markets in general. This is quite interesting. Just saying what people are calling for lower, but the main point this tweet is trying to highlight is that we should think in terms of asymmetry, opportunity cost within the framework of portfolio and process, and just giving advice to people like us, people like you and me, guys watching the channel that are traders, that we should just pay attention to TA, look at the market and understand what the market is telling us, and we act based on that. We don't act based on what we believe, or we are not here on this is not a religion. We are not here to believe in what people are saying. We don't listen to what one influencer, one other people are saying. We are here to look at the market and let the market guide us. And if we are diligent and we are focused on that, we would ride the market in whatever direction. Another crypto G, somebody I really respect in the space, is saying Trump folded the last time yields went high. Nothing else got him to change course, but this did, based on the 10-year yields that we just spoke about earlier. Probably the most important chart to watch. This continues to go back up until you probably fold on China tariffs too, or at least you walk back some non-Chinese one. We will send markets to the moon. So just like all this is just saying, going back to the charts, we can see, like, it seems some people are saying, a lot of respected crypto analysts that I follow in the market personally are saying that it's highly likely that the bottom is in for Bitcoin. There's a lot of confluence in the data now pointing towards this, based on M2 growth, like I said, with the 12-month lag showing is moving, and the Bitcoin price is going to be moving up. There's a lot of strong bids around the 65k, 80k region, which we highlighted, which is showing like this level that my cursor is at. There's a lot of strong bids there, and 23%, 30% retracement that we had, which is common in a bull market. And the RSI, like we are seeing, is also showing a bullish divergence. And we are just saying, at the end of the day, what we are saying is, if if the market crosses over above 84k, 88k, like I've indicated in the chart, that is when we turn bullish immediately. Will Clemente, somebody that is also respected in the space, is also on this same thesis, that there's a growing case for getting bullish on Bitcoin based on price action and technical analysis, which is what we follow and which guides us to position ourselves and to take advantage in the market. Market has expressed that sub 80k is value for 6 weeks now, not one but two bull divergence now printed on the RSI. Cracking 88k, 84k is where I think momentum buyers will step in. So just validating our analysis that 84k region, him is on 84. Me, I'm personally using my own target to be 88,000 thereabouts, that region. Once he cracks that and it gives us a support and a confirmation of that support, that means the bullish we are back on bullish mode, and up to Valhalla. And once we get to Valhalla, that's when we start to laugh, we start to go to the bank and we get our money and we make our zero to Ferrari. I hope you are with me on this journey. Let's go. Bye.